time to do this. Let's get to building this engine. First step first though, we are going to replace our heater core. If you guys recall, we had a boatload of fuel mixed with the coolant. So because of that, the smart decision, 150 bucks, replace it. You don't want it to mix any more fuel than you have to, okay? Replace hoses as needed. We're replacing a lot of the hoses. We're gonna replace the heater core, replace the radiator, of course the oil cooler, all that other good stuff. It's really easy to get to right now because of where we're at. First step, you're gonna take these hoses off, okay? And then we're gonna go inside and pull the cover that holds this bad boy, right here. And we're gonna pull it from the inside, okay? Up here, if you guys look, these have these white tabs right there on each side. Basically what you do is you crimp those together, crimp that side, crimp it together, and pop it off. You can hear it kind of pop. That lets you know. There we go. Let you know that it's coming out. And then same with this side. Sometimes they're a pain to get out. Sometimes these clips can be a major pain to get out, okay? But the concept is you press it and it releases the concept. It doesn't always work like you want it to. And trust me, this is not fun to change with the engine in the way, or with everything in the way. There we go. I think I got it. There we go. Ooh. I should have been more ready for that. That's how come we're changing that guy. You guys see how much nastiness just came out of this hose right here. Make sure you don't get that in your engine, obviously. Okay, so now what we're going to want to do is pop these guys off right out here. Be super careful with this with an open engine, guys. You don't want to drop this stuff. I want to drop these nuts into an open engine. I'm going to go. Now that that's out of the way, I'm going to take and grab myself a pick. I always grab more tools than I need, but I got a couple different picks and flatheads. And the goal is to get this behind here. And take that guy and pop it out of there. So it's kind of a two-way holding system. This crimps into the behind the ridge right here. Jonathan, if you want to show them. Okay, and we'll reinstall these on the new one, but we got to take them off so they don't get messed up when we pull this cooler out from the inside. Now we're going to come inside here. This is for the heater core. We got that bolt right down there. There's one down there. This one right here, there. We're going to pull this panel off, this access panel right here. Okay, and then I think we're going to remove the blend door motor as well, which is right up there. And then we'll be able to gain access to the heater core itself so we can remove it. Glued onto there with the gasket, guys. Okay, so now we're pulling that panel, and if you look in here, there's the heater core right there. So So now I'm going to fish that out of here. And like I said, I think, I can't recall. I'm going to find out if I have to remove that Blendor motor or not to get room. Do need to remove the Blendor. It's been a little while since I changed one of these, so couldn't recall. But on the back side of the Blendor, there's two 8mm bolts, okay? Got a feel for them. You can reach up in there with a camera and you'll be able to see them if you wanted to. Either way, they're just back there. It's kind of a pain to get to. But once you get them broke free, you're able to spin them out with your hand. Okay, there's one. Maybe there's only one back there. Alrighty, well that one's being a pain in the butt. I'm gonna have to get that out when I get it out. I'm gonna pull this, unplug this. This guy. Where the other one is at, dang it. Okay, so you'll pop the Blendor motor completely out. It's held in with some little dowels that I'll be able to show you once I get it out, okay? And then there's two bolts that hold the bracket in place up there. Two little of those 8mm bolts, and then one on the back side. You can get one of the bolts before removing the Blendor motor. The other one, not accessible. So you have to pop the Blendor motor off the bracket. And the Blendor motor bracket holds the heater core in place. I'll show you guys that when we get it out. It's been a couple of years since I've done one, so just trying to remember all the steps. Should come out. Okay, so if you look, the Blendor motor sits down in here like so. Okay, the electrical plug is back there. So it sits on these tabs like that and it's clipped in. So you take your screwdriver, put it right underneath here, pop it up. Okay, and then go up here, pop it up. And then it'll come off the Blendor itself right there. Okay, and then you're able to gain access to the bolts that hold this in place. There's one right there, which when that is installed, there's that one, and there's one like right here. So when it's installed, it's very hard to get to. Okay. So we're gonna keep moving on here. Okay, there's the other bolt. There's that extra nut. Okay, now we can take this heater core out of place. Okay. These guys get pushed through the cowl, and that's where your heater hoses connect, okay? So the wrestling match ensues to get it out. Kind of laid it down, open it up over. installed. Basically line up the lines going through the cowl, get it back in. Ours didn't come with any insulation, so I'm going to try to figure something out to insulate around the outside to help this be as close to airtight seal as it can, okay? If yours doesn't come with, I do recommend figuring out some way to insulate it. So I'm gonna work on, as you can see, we've got the heater core pushed back through, okay? That line and that line comes through. We'll put our lines back on here in a minute with our white retainer clips on the inside. Like I said, our heater core didn't come with any insulation around the outside. I have some leftover exhaust wrap, so I pushed it in there. Might put a little bit, one more strand around. Either way, it's gonna work better than nothing to help seal this up. Okay, now it's pretty much reverse. Okay, we're gonna put our blend door bracket back in, blend door in, and you're gonna wanna make sure that it latches right inside the blend door right here. Trying to show you guys that. I don't know if you can see that, but there's your blend door right there. And then from there, we will hook that back up, put the cover back over, okay? Here we are reinstalling our heater core hoses. We don't have any in stock locally. It's a blizzard as it is, so it'd probably be 4 or 5 days before we're gonna get any. So I had to go through my stash of spare parts that I keep around. Had to rebuild this one with new O-ring. I'm gonna reinstall it. This is a piece of a oil cooler line for a 6.7. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna reinstall my hose for that side, get an idea of where I have to cut, tie the two together, and then we are going to tie the two together back here. From the looks of it, looks like we could get away with just cutting it off right here, cutting the rubber completely off, and then putting that hose over that. That's going to be the best solution, I think, in this matter. So we're going to cut this off right here, and then we're going to slide that hose over this, and we're going to double clamp it. Having to improvise a little bit, if you guys can't tell, but we're gonna make it work. This hose isn't a high pressure hose or anything, so we'll make this get the job done. Honestly, we're just gonna run with one clamp because nice and snug. Don't really need 2 clamps. Oh. That clamp just fell apart. Okay. Well, that didn't work out so hot, so I'll be using the other one. Probably torqued that a little too much, and that's why that happened. is to stay. We now have our heater hoses installed, so we can carry on with the build.